So I call this meeting to order. As per usual, we will begin with an invocation followed by the pledges. Dear Lord, I come to you this morning and thank you for the start of another day, another week. We thank you, Lord, for your many blessings upon us. I pray for all the students who are now back in school. I pray for the safety and the productiveness and the learning of all of our schools here in Victoria County. Please be with us in the meeting today and in our many activities in the week ahead. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right, the next item we have on our agenda is citizens' communication. Anyone who would like to address the court on any county-related business, you're welcome to do so at this time. Robin, you can be the first one. Come on up. Good morning.
All right, Robin.
So I just have a MITMOD update for you guys. We had responded to their last request for information. Apparently, the details that they were looking for were not included in our response. So we did request a technical assistance call for them to explain what they were looking for, not just provide the document, but they wanted very specific changes made. So we did the technical assistance call on Tuesday of last week, and we resubmitted our information on Wednesday of last week. So also today, we have the Drainage District Agreement on the agenda. There's going to be some work in Precinct 1 that's done in MITMOD. We don't have to have that executed to go to the contract stage, but just to be safe, we're going to go ahead and take care of that since we're getting closer to the contract stage.
All right.
So.
Very good. Thank you, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin.
Who else in citizens communication? Dan, come on up. Good morning.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan.
Just wanted to get a quick update. As you know, we're hot and dry right now, so we measure the moisture and the drought conditions by the KBDI, which is the Index Forestry Service uses and everything else. Currently, we're sitting at 566, which is a 10-point increase from Friday. I was hoping we were going to get some rains from that disturbance over the weekend. We didn't get it. We're getting dry out there. We're starting to see a little increase of roadside fires, even small field hay fires and stuff from equipment being in the fields. So I don't usually recommend a burn ban until we get to about 575, but we're quickly approaching that number. So I just wanted to bring it to the court's attention that unless we get some rains this week, highest chance of rains like 40% later in the week. So I'm monitoring that and keep you all up to speed on what's coming, but we are getting very close to the 575 number.
I
Well,
figured
thank
we
you,
were.
Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, I will, at your recommendation, implement that burn ban anytime you think it's appropriate. So just let me know if it's this week or if Monday is fitting. We can do it in Commissioner's Court on this coming Monday.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, thanks.
Ben,
Yes, sir.
on that, you have the authorization from us to move forward with the burn ban, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does Dan know that?
Do you know that, Dan?
All you have to do is call him. Yeah.
So I just need to call?
Judge?
Yes.
It doesn't need to be an agenda item or anything?
No,
Okay.
we can
correct,
ratify
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to monitor it this week, so by, Thursday, Friday of this
It's pretty
week.
dry. I mean, we had a pretty
It's
good
very-
fire in precinct 4 Thursday.
We've had
It was
14
Hayfield.
small outside
Yeah.
fires, grass fires, classified as grass fires, just this past week.
Right.
Luckily, small ones.
Yeah.
But we're starting to see, once we start seeing the roadside
Yeah.
fires flare up from cigarette butts, chains bounce on the ground, we're dry. And
Yeah.
so we're getting there. Like I said, we're less than 10 points from where we need to be at, and that's at the max. So Some counties, some areas would actually at 550 recommend a burn ban. We do have some rain chances and stuff, so looking around the county, most people maintain their properties for the most part, so we don't have a lot of high vegetation and everything. So we'll see what happens over this week. But yeah, if I want to make that recommendation, I just send it to you, correct?
Sir. Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dan.
Other comments this morning? Do you have something, sir? Yes. Yeah, just if you just give us your name for the record, please.
David Beck.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to approach you guys about moving the county fairgrounds into the county.
Mr. Beck, would you give us your address as well, sir?
703 FM 3085.
Yeah, we spoke a couple
Yes.
weeks ago. Okay,
Couple weeks
okay.
ago.
Well,
I've been
welcome.
kind of busy. I got in about 3 o'clock this morning. And so I was like, well, I wanted to come. It's been a couple of weeks since I talked to you, and I figured I needed to come back and address you guys with this. Victoria County does not have an auction barn. Victoria County does not have an RV park. Victoria County does not have a open venue so that way we can host rodeos. There's nothing here. We have to take our cattle to Cuero. We have to take our cattle to Hallettsville, so it's lost revenue. We have no open arena to do rodeos here, so that's lost revenue. I just wanted to bring this to your attention so that way maybe we can plant a seed and we can see something come with this and move forward in that direction. And I know that Cuero has its own rodeo. We have the JB Wells in Gonzales, and they also have an RV park as well. That's revenue that could be brought in to the county, and it also help out the communities inside the county as well. So I was just wanted to bring that to your attention to see if we can't move forward in that direction. Y'all have a blessed day.
Agree. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beck. Other comments this morning in citizens' communication? I'll remind folks, for those who might be interested, we do have a posted capital projects workshop this afternoon at 2 o'clock. The intent of that is to get an update and assessment of where we stand on all of our current capital projects, determine, evaluate, reevaluate priorities, and also have an initial assessment of what we would see to be priorities for the next CO issue that the county intends to issue at the end of September. No shortage of needs, capital project infrastructure needs. There is, like I say, a new tranche of money that we expect to be able to apply towards that. So we'll have, should be a pretty in-depth discussion at 2 o'clock today. So open meeting for those who want to attend in person or watch online. All right, anything up here for citizens' communication before we move on?
No, sir.
All right, well then we will move right along in the agenda to item number 4, which is to consider approval of minutes and take appropriate action. Each of you should have a copy of those in your packets.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 5, consider approval of accounts payable and take appropriate action.
Accounts payable for August 18th, 2025 are $611,371.74. Supplemental payments are $179,473.33.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Thank you, Michelle. Item 6 is to receive monthly and quarterly reports from various county officials and departments and take appropriate action.
Good morning. Today we have monthly reports from the district clerk, county tax assessor collector, pretrial services, and county constable precinct number 4.
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 7, consider approval of bond forfeiture releases and take appropriate action.
We have none this morning.
Very good. Thank you, Heidi. Number 8 then on the agenda is to consider approval of Citizens Medical Center interim vendor payments and take appropriate action. We have the July 31st memo from our hospital showing interim vendor payments in the amount of $129,842.59, and the ACH report on that same date totaled $1,346,681.40.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item number 9 is to hear a presentation regarding the Victoria Office of Emergency Management's deployment with the Texas Division of Emergency Management Incident Support Task Force to the Texas Hill Country and take appropriate action. Welcome back, Jenna.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning.
Just wanted to give you a brief update on my experience with the Incident Support Task Force and my deployment to Travis County. So I was there from, I believe, the 10th.
Before, I hate to interrupt you, Jenna, but for those who aren't familiar with the ISTF, just what is that? How does it work?
Sure.
Because you're obviously a part of that, and not everybody is invited to or allowed to be. So, what is that? How does
Sure.
it work?
If you'll go to the next one.
Oh, was that the next?
Yes, there you go.
Well,
So,
that's why Jenna is as
We were-
awesome. She's always one step
Please
ahead.
hold all questions till the end of the presentation.
Yeah, I
we
know.
were thinking the same thing.
All right.
So, good question. It led me into the next slide. So the Texas Incident Support Task Force is, I believe, the first of its kind. So it originated after Hurricane Harvey and the Eye of the Storm report that came out after 2017's Hurricane Harvey. And it was developed through House Bill 6 and the 86th legislative session to put it into law that there would be what they call a disaster recovery task force, which has grown into an incident support task force. So it's local jurisdictional representatives that are subject matter experts in these different fields, and I won't go through that entire list, but that are subject matter experts in the particular field that they specify in. And of course, emergency management spans across a lot of different topics. And so they are, I guess, recruited and have to go through a pretty rigorous application process to make sure that their credentialing is in place and that they do have the experiences behind them and some specific disaster experience to go along with it. And so that they have the ability to be able to come into a jurisdiction that's been impacted and be able to assist that local jurisdiction with just that, whatever their specialty is. And so a lot of us carry a lot of different experiences and things that we've dealt with either through an incident or a disaster, and so we're able to take that and be able to assist our colleagues and our friends out there. And so we did just that. The picture that's in this slide here is actually from North Carolina in my deployment of October of last year after Hurricane Helene. But that is a mixed group of locals from there. TDEM has a large footprint whenever they deploy an incident support task force or even an incident management team or an IMT. They are different things, but a lot of the capabilities kind of cross between all of them. And so it is a very novel concept, the task force itself, because it is separate from those IMTs. IMTs are very high level, type 1, type 2, or type 3 incident teams that come in and do a very specific job, whether it's EOC support, whether it is overseeing search and rescue operations. And ISTF, or the task force that I'm part of, kind of comes in and helps to even fill in more of those gaps and be able to assist the locals. We're not there to ever take over. We're there to help them coordinate and kind of help them to take on some extra considerations of, have you thought about this? Or in my experience with a prior incident, we did this. Maybe this is something that we can kind of help you to start building and help them to carry that load of what they're going to be going into from recovery for years to come. And so it's really to kind of help them through that process and get them back on their feet to where they're able to sustain recovery operations. And we did just that and are continuing to do that in the different affected counties. So if you'll go next slide, please. So just a brief overview of the situation. I know that we've all heard lots of things about Kerr County and Kerrville, but definitely don't want to detract from any of the other impacted counties. And so I actually was deployed to Travis County, which did have some devastating impacts along with some of the others along the Guadalupe River from that July 4th flooding. And so I won't go through death by PowerPoint and read all of them, but they did have several fatalities along the river. They have portions of their community that have been completely decimated in the unincorporated areas of the county. And so, of course, the limestone-rich ground or the topography that they have there was not conducive for all of the rain and the water that came through that community. And so it did take out quite a few structures, quite a few bridges. And so the Texas Incident Management Team, I believe it was a Type 1 team, came in right after the impacts took place from the flooding. And then ISTF came in alongside that to kind of help them start bridging those gaps and really to help them get back on their feet. And that is exactly what we were doing as I was there, and they're continuing to do that to kind of help them through just some different support mechanisms because, as you all know, the county or local government functions don't stop regardless of what's going on. And so we still have all of those social services and functions that have to maintain continuity along with still trying to get through that response component and then into recovery. And so that's what we were sent to do. So I was there from the 8th to the 15th with the task of helping with public information and communications support, pushing out things like the individual assistance application deadlines and information on how to apply for those that were impacted in that jurisdiction, to really trying to help push out a message about what social services and services were available to those who have lost everything, from not being able to wash their clothes, not being able to they don't have clothes at all, trying to work through these different pieces of either trying to clear debris off of their properties and what to do with it, to just giving them any kind of support that they may need, especially when a very crucial time of students going back into school. And it just so happened that while we were there, I'm sure plenty of you have probably heard of it since then, on the first day of school of last week on Wednesday, the Leander ISD School District had a bus that rolled over with, I think, 43 students on it. And so we were there and obviously willing to help. And so the Incident Support Task Force, of course, has a lot of different medically trained personnel. So we said, where can we plug in and help if you need us? We don't want to be in the way, but we're always here to help. And so there were, I think, 3 of us there at the time. And we were able to assist in establishing a family reunification center. So they had about 33 students that they still had to be able to move somewhere safe that was not near the roadway and be able to reunite them with their family members. And so we were able to kind of jump in, help them establish that in a very centralized and commonplace location for the community and get those kids reunited with their family as quickly as possible and as seamlessly as possible, knowing that they just went through a traumatic event. So we were able to assist with that as well, and I am happy to report all of those kids were able to go home. Some of them were transported, but with non-life-threatening injuries, and all of them are now at home and hopefully back to some sense of normal after a lot of devastating impacts in the last couple of months. And the last slide is just a couple of pictures of some of the impacts. The top left is a Texar representative with one of her search dogs. So Texar is Texas Search and Rescue. The bottom left is what they call the Big Sandy Creek Bridge. I am saying that right? Yes. Okay. Big Sandy Creek Bridge, I know that there is Sandy Creek Community, and then Big Sandy Creek Bridge, if you can see, it essentially just moved about a foot another way, which is obviously not a safer roadway passage. Obviously, foot traffic is okay up there for now, as the engineers deemed okay, but that is a big undertaking because that is a singular one way in and one way out to a decently sized portion of the community in the county. Others, there's another top right that was decimated just by a 21-foot wall of water. And the bottom right is a individual's where a home and I believe a car auto body shop or a car shop on his property used to be there. And that is it. That is the I guess the car lift that was there. Everything else is gone. So definitely didn't want to detract from all of the other counties that were impacted outside of Kerr County. Obviously, I know they bared a lot of impacts, but there are plenty of others out there that were impacted just as severely. And so we were there to help, and thank you all for the latitude and the opportunity to be able to go and help and provide some assistance to them, because it was invaluable to me and to them and to the team as well. So thank you all for that.
Hey, Jim,
Well, thank you.
I have one quick question. If a particular county requests a response from such group ISTF, how does that request come in and how is that filtered down?
Sure. So typically, it is just a STAR request through WebEOC, which is the
Okay.
state's resource request system. So they request if they want if they're very specific about the type of team that they want a type 1 or a type 2 incident management team, they can request that, but they know that is a very high level, high capacity team with very specific functions. Now, if they're looking for, we just need help and we need some general resource support in these different functions, but it kind of spans runs the gambit of everything that we may need help with. They can request ISTF support and ask for PIO support, for debris management support, disaster finance, you name it, just general EOC support. They can request any of those things, and they will start to roster to try and figure out how they can meet those needs as best they can.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for being a part of that and representing Victoria County.
Absolutely.
Right, because it is very, anytime something happens to you, you always want people to come to your aid, but the flip side of that is you got to be willing to go help your fellow man, so we do appreciate you doing that.
Absolutely.
Well done, Jenna. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna.
Mark, did you have something? Yes,
I
sir.
wanted to add something real quick. This is my neighborhood, so it's very close to home. But this weekend I was there and I was at the church, and the accolades that I got for this young lady in the school bus thing, again, I sent her a text like, that's not what you signed up for. The school bus is the bus that served that neighborhood. So I got so many accolades about my coworker, and I claim her now as a coworker, but just, again, you're there for something completely different, something pops up, and this just tells you the expertise that they have. And the thing I kept hearing was how calm they were, the 3 people that helped the kids. You had parents that were trying to get back to the neighborhood that had to go around a pretty big roadblock to get around, to go through a neighborhood a lot of them weren't familiar with. So the calmness that she brought to the situation, the kids were they felt safe and secure. And I wanted to shout that out to her. I mean, it's just, again, not what she went to Leander for, but certainly up for the game that was handed to her, and I do appreciate that. So, appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. And again, well done, Jenna.
Training does pay off. Good stuff.
Thank you, Jenna.
All right, moving right along in the agenda. Item number 10 is to consider approval of an order of special election for November 4th, 2025, as ordered by the governor, and take appropriate action. We have a memo here from our elections administrator, Margetta Hill, with a copy of the items that will be on the constitutional election ballot. In November, of course, the county conducts these elections, and this order is what is required to get the ball rolling on that. Do we have a motion to approve that order?
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. All right, next item, number 11, is to consider approval of a lease agreement between Victoria County and the Victoria County Master Gardener Association for the property located at 283 Bachelor Drive, Victoria County, and take appropriate action. Now, I don't have a copy of that in my packet. Is that in your, scanned into your?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's see, Commissioner.
I think we need to table that for one more week again. There's some things that brought up about some legal questions. I believe we're going to have a meeting tomorrow.
Table this?
Okay,
I'm sorry. We just keep putting on there, we're going to get this done eventually someday.
okay.
All right.
No worries at all. We want to make sure we get it right, so it's no issue to pass on that. until
Yes,
we're
sir.
ready.
I apologize. I should have mentioned it prior.
No worries at all. So we will pass on number 11. Number 12 is to consider approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Gulf Bend Center for the Victoria County Sheriff's Office and take appropriate action. A is the 2025 and 26 jail inReach MOU, and B is the 25 through 27 Psychiatric Emergency Services Center MOU.
Good morning.
Sheriff.
How are you?
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Good. The InReach is where we have Gulf Bend staff one particular person inside the jail trying to help restore competency for some of the ones waiting on the forensic beds. It's been pretty successful. You know, the wait is extremely long to get to a state facility, and we've been able to move some people along. So we want to keep that going. It's a positive effect. And then the PEST grant is it's some funding that helps cover the overtime cost of some of the travel to the psychiatric units outside of Victoria County.
So the relationship has been good thus far? With the-
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes.
Good.
Sheriff, when we get the mental health facility built and stuff, it should help a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
everything's
will.
moving forward, so.
No, that's a positive thing for this
Yes, sir.
area. Unfortunately, I think we will fill it up very quickly. But
It can't build one big enough, unfortunately.
it's going to help. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
It'll definitely
yeah.
take some little stress off from y'all.
It'll be a positive thing for this region. We've,
Sure.
for years, you're going to
agree.
have to go to the bigger cities. So
I agree.
This will be good.
I move to approve the MOU.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on A and B. All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, you too.
Number 13 is to consider the following in connection to an invitation for bids, Old Highway Road Ditch Drainage Project in Precinct 3, and take appropriate action. A is to receive an executed contract with Beck Wright and Sons LTD, and B is to reject all other bids.
Just for clarification, it's precinct 4.
Precinct
I-
4.
Oh, did I read that wrong? Precinct 4, okay. Commissioner Sexton, what have we?
Yeah, this is for the drainage project Phase 1 that we're doing on the Highway Road and Road Restoration Project. That this area drainage is really bad. We have issues with the road, water going over it. And I believe that we sent out for bids, we received them all. The court accepted Beck and Wright, and I think this is just to reject the other ones, correct?
Receive the executed agreement.
John can word it better than me. Go ahead, John.
No, Commissioner, you're correct. This is to receive the executed contract the court approved with Beck Wright and reject all the other bids.
Okay. All right.
Are the bids in here?
We've already passed it, approved it.
Okay.
The bids were on the last one. I don't think they're gonna be on this one.
All
I
right.
think their bid should be.
So this would be to receive
Yep.
the executed contract, reject all other bids. Is there further discussion or questions?
No move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner, page 69 of 46 will show you the bid 202-959.
69.
Yes, 69 of 46.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, Judge.
We had a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 14 is to consider approval of a professional services agreement between Victoria County and Urban Engineering for project number E27169.00 to replat 2805 North Navarro, Victoria, Texas, and adjacent properties on Circle Drive in connection to the Health Department spray truck building project, and take appropriate action.
Judge and Commissioners, we discussed an offer from John Clegg to provide a portion of platted property on Navarro Circle, Section 2. There are about 4 lots, a portion of a lots to be transferred to the county. In order for that to happen, he needs to replat his section of the subdivision, and then we need to replat the Patty Dotson platted lot to incorporate that area. So the amount is $10,610 fixed fee, and then possibly $750 of filing fees, prints, postage, and other associated services. So
John, have we talked to John Clegg about how we're progressing on this?
I have not had direct communication with him
Okay.
about this.
Okay.
So this is just to approve to get the surveying done?
This is to replat 2
Yeah.
subdivisions, an existing subdivision where he is providing in transferring a portion of his property on that platted subdivision to the county for our platted subdivision.
Right, okay.
It's 2 replats to make that,
To incorporate that,
Yes, sir.
to be able to add it to it, right?
Okay.
I understand.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item number 15 is to receive for the record an executed change order number 3 in connection to the Victoria County Animal Services relocation project and take appropriate action.
yes, this change order is a deduct from the original contract of about $1,155. We modified some sealant in the adoption area and the area where they receive the animals. What is that?
The intake area.
Yeah, the intake area. There were some savings for that change. We're also not sealing the drive-through area where they drop animals off, so there was a savings on that. But the net result was a deduct of $1,155.04 from the contract. And this is to receive it.
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 16, consider approval of the following requests for plat exemptions and take appropriate action. A, Gary Clark and Vincent Clark Irrevocable Trust at 2915 FM 446 in Precinct 3. B, Denise McHugh at Diebel Road located in Precinct 3. And C, Gary Kelly at 17967 US Highway 87 North in Precinct 2.
These 3 plat exemptions, we believe meets all the requirements of different types of plat exemptions. I can go over each one of them if the court requests, but we recommend you approve all 3 plat exemptions.
Move to approve.
Is that 1 acre in the middle of that lot going to have road access, an
Yes, sir,
easement?
that's a condition of the plat exemption, that there is a all-weather surface access to that through a private access easement to ensure that property has access to a public right-of-way. But this was an
Okay.
undivided.
Is that both sides, John?
I'm sorry?
Is that both tracks? I mean, I see the purple and then the yellow one, the little square.
Yes, sir. The yellow line is the division of the undivided interest, and there's actually 3 parties involved in this. One party will receive the little over an acre where there's an existing home. That's going to require them to have this plat exemption, if the court approves, conditioned of this plat exemption approval, will that 1 acre tract have an access all-weather surface back
Gotcha.
to the county right-of-way, as well as the other larger tract that surrounds it.
Okay. I second the motion. I think there was a motion. I'm not sure.
Yes, sir. So we have a motion and a second.
Thank
All
you,
those
John.
in favor of A through C?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Need a signature on each of those. Item 17 is to consider approval of an interlocal agreement between Victoria County and Victoria County Drainage District Number 2 in connection with the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Method of Distribution and take appropriate action. Hello again, Robin.
Hi. So again, we're talking about MITMOD. In Precinct 1, part of the project includes some culvert replacement and regrading of the outfall. So in order for that to take place, this is an area that is also has the drainage district oversees. So the county will be working with them to get this done, so we need to execute an agreement. And this should be on their agenda for their meeting this week to sign as well.
Thank you, Robin. Move for
Very
approval.
good.
Second.
Who made the motion? Dave. Okay. All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Number 18 on the agenda is to receive fully executed e-civics master subscription and service agreement contract number, quote, 401-63295, Amendment 1, for grant administration software services, and take appropriate action.
Again, just receiving an executed agreement previously approved.
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Thanks, Robin. Let's see, number 19 is to consider the following from the Victoria County Public Health Department. I'm told we're going to pass on A, is that correct? Okay. B is to receive fully executed housing opportunities for persons with AIDS grant contract number 5635/25-26/565/01, and C is to receive a fully executed HIV Health and Social Services grant contract number 5625/25-26/56501. David, how are you this morning?
Good, good. How are you?
Morning, David.
Morning. As you stated, item A will be passed for some review by legal and auditors. And then item B and C is just receiving those fully executed agreements from last week.
Move to receive B and C.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you,
Thank you, David.
Item number 20 is to receive for the record a renewal agreement with Corpay Inc., DBA Fuelman, for countywide fuel card services and take appropriate action. Let's see, I have a memo here from Amanda. It seems self-explanatory, a renewal of our existing agreement. I guess we've been satisfied with Fuel Man, as far as I'm aware.
Me too. I haven't heard any squawks about it.
So
So,
who's using the Fuel Man cards?
Okay,
I think the
Where's-
sheriff's,
all right,
yeah,
do it.
I think the sheriff's office.
The sheriff's office?
yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Just curious. We have big
move to
tanks at our
receive.
barn.
Do we have a second?
You do. I second.
All right. All those in favor of receiving for the record?
Aye.
Right.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item number 21, consider approval of resolution number 2025-072 for a donation valued at $100 from Francis, I'm going to
Plazek.
butcher that name,
Plazic.
Plazek, to the Victoria County Animal Services for general operating costs and take appropriate action. As with all donations, the court has to approve that, and we're happy to do this and appreciative of
Yes.
Francis's $100 donation.
All right.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 22 is to consider approval of the Victoria County 2026 holiday schedule. The proposed schedule would mirror what we had last year,
Yes.
so it'd make no changes to the dates themselves.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Move for approval?
Second.
There we go. And again, no changes from last year. I think last year the change was the inclusion of Columbus Day and Juneteenth.
Yes, it was.
Which
Yes,
will
sir.
stay in the lineup for
Stay in the
next year, so. All right, did we,
We had a motion to second.
okay, all those in favor of
Aye.
approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. 23 is to receive notice of Citizens Healthplex membership rate increases, review and approve the updated membership rules and payroll deduction authorization, and take appropriate action. Good morning, Gianni.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. So about 2 weeks ago now, Citizens notified the payroll team that they will be increasing their membership rates. So in that kind of conversation, we talked through with Citizens our current rules and procedures. There's always been questions about what's allowed and what's not allowed. So we took this opportunity to talk through those things with them, develop a set rules, membership rules document that will have the enrollment authorization for the Healthplex to use as well. Through that, we found that Citizens Healthplex actually offers additional services that we weren't making available to our employees. via payroll deduction. So what you have in front of you does propose to include that, which would allow the employee to enroll dependents ages 16 to 21 via payroll deduction, and also to sign up for the childcare, which is Citizens HealthPlex Kids in Motion program. If you use that one, it's got to be signed up for the monthly flat membership one. They do have a drop-in rate, and that would not be included, would just be the monthly. And that's a childcare for anyone with children ages 3 months to 10 years old.
Okay.
So, and that will also be payroll deducted. I did meet with Paige and Rachel, and we talked through that. So a few things on the payroll side in terms of setting up those additional deduction options. But it seems very easy with the fixed costs, easy enough for us to do.
Okay, and then the membership dues themselves, that only went up $3. Am I correct there? 32 to 35?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we still setting it up to where if you go at least 8 times a month?
That's attached.
it's
Yeah,
attached?
yes, so your HealthPlex utilization policy still stands separate
Okay.
from this, so that still stands.
Okay, all right. Hopefully that's
But
being
you'll see that the rules kind of clarify adult probation employees, we put that in writing.
good.
We've also put retirees in writing, so retirees don't get payroll deducted and we don't invoice, but they do get to maintain the discounted membership. So we do verify that retiree status with the HealthPlex, so
Okay.
they can do that.
All right,
Very good.
all
Move
right.
to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Thanks, Gianni.
Thank you, Gianni.
Item 24 is to consider approval of Resolution 2025-071 for a road donation from Joshua Gonzalez, contributing to the installation of a driveway and pipe culvert for drainage improvement in Victoria County right-of-way at 702 Wishcamper Road in Precinct 4.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 25 is to consider approval of the following detention and residential contracts for the Victoria County Regional Juvenile Justice Center and take appropriate action. A is Coryell County, B Walker County, C Bell County, D Matagorda County, and E the 220th Judicial District, which includes Comanche, Bosque, and Hamilton counties.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 26 is to consider approval of personnel changes and take appropriate action. The one I have is Flessner. Were there no others scanned in?
No.
Okay. Well,
Move to
then that'll be
approve.
the single item.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 27 is to receive for the record discretionary fund budget amendment from the Sheriff's Commissary Fund 380. That looks to be a transfer of $35,000 within that fund, and this is for our records only.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor of receiving?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 28 is to consider approval of the following 2025 budget amendments. A, General Fund, various departments, expenditures. B, Road and Bridge Precinct 1 expenditures. C, Road and Bridge Precinct 2 expenditures. D, Road and Bridge Precinct 3 revenues and expenditures. E, Road and Bridge Precinct 4 expenditures. F is the Airport Fund expenditures. G, Capital Projects Fund expenditures. And H, in the General Fund, Sheriff's Office expenditures.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor of approval of A through H?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion approved.
A lot of signatures.
All right. We did have some closed session discussions. However, given that we would likely be going into closed session after our budget workshops for real estate, we're just going to address those at that time, be more efficient use of both meetings. So that being the last item of business for the day, is there anything else up here?
Can we go back to citizens communication?
We can, yes,
Second.
sir.
I forgot to add earlier, last last week, we had as y'all might be aware, we had a really large trash dump in our precinct, in Precinct 4 between Beck Road and Bimbo. The weight was over 1,000, the total is around 12 or 1,300. That's a felony. Mail was found. SO is looking into it. Want to remind the public of this, that we will file charges, and in this situation, we are going to. It's just no excuse for it.
No.
Especially on a day like we had our courtesy station open. If people want to go to the courtesy station and they can't afford it, then just take it anyway. We'll accept it, you know. So anyway, I just want to bring that up. It's pretty frustrating.
Yeah, well, I'll be curious to see when the culprit is
Right.
arrested and prosecuted.
Yeah, because it is a felony. It's,
We will get you, and there's no excuse for it, and somebody has to pick it up, and it winds up being our county employees, and that's just a waste. So take the extra time, go to the dump, or do whatever you have to
Go
do.
ahead, say something too.
Just take care of it that way, please.
Very good, thank you, Commissioners. All
Thank you.
right. With that being said, we will stand adjourned, and we'll be back here at 2 o'clock for a workshop. Thank you all.
Let's go eat Mexican food.